Hi, I'm here with Pujun Bhatnagar, CEO and founder of Kintsugi. How are you, Pujun?
I'm doing well.
Pujun and I are here at Digital CPA 2025, National Harbor, Maryland, having a great couple of days here at the conference. And we just wanted to take a few moments to talk a little bit more about sales and use tax. We announced last week with Vertex kind of an extension of our relationship on supporting and helping firms with sales and use tax compliance for their clients. And Vertex recently formed a very strategic partnership with Kintsugi to help support that relationship. And so we're really excited to work with Kintsugi through our Vertex relationship. But want to spend a little bit of time here just talking with Pujun about the general marketplace and the role that CPAs play in supporting sales and use tax compliance for their clients. So Pujun, when we first launched the partnership with Vertex, it largely focused on supporting pretty sophisticated, sales and use tax practices. And what we began to realize is that in addition to firms who have very sophisticated practices, a lot of, general practitioners, leaders of the CAS practice have a lot of sales and use tax needs as well. And it's always been a little bit of a challenge for us to work with Vertex to support that kind of client.
Yep.
We're really excited about Kintsugi coming into the fold now because we think it's just going to open up the opportunity to put, to really help out our CAS practitioners. But maybe start with a little bit about Kintsugi and what is AI native sales and use tax compliance, and then we can talk a little bit about how it's going to help enable these CAS practitioners.
Yeah, for sure. So I think Kintsugi in of itself is a data company. We don't look at ourselves as a sales tax company with a technology layer. So our entire premise is, how do we put your sales tax need or your global VAT or CST needs on autopilot with the least amount of onboarding? And our usual goal is that we want to put things on autopilot in 7 clicks and 3 minutes. So my co-founder and I, Jeff, we went into the market trying to understand the space. And my father and my grandfather have worked in the space for 70 years combined. And one of the things that we realized was, A, sales tax is incredibly boring. Number two, it's non-revenue generating. And number three, if you're looking to raise more capital or if you're looking to exit your business, it's the number one source where companies get penalized when they're looking for an exit opportunity. So we decided to sort of take all of this input into account and flip the table on what is the current status quo. And we said, what if we built a software from a ground up which told you how much sales tax you owe and where do you owe it within 7 clicks and 3 minutes of setting things up? And we came up with this product-led growth model which said that while we are having this interview, somebody could go to our website, try Kintsugi.com, and create an account, connect their NetSuite, their QuickBooks, their Shopify, Stripe, or use any of our 50 other integrations that we have currently, and really understand where that exposure is. And I think this relationship that you described that CPA.com had with Vertex, I think this is the next iteration and the evolution to it. Because now what the CAS firms and CPA firms can do is, instead of them having a conversation and convincing their clients that sales tax is important, they can basically say, hey, free of cost, connect your data. And every 15 minutes, your nexus analysis, which is basically your exposure when it comes to state and local taxes, is going to get updated. We are currently live in 106 countries globally. And based on this knowledge, the partners at these CAS firms and CPA firms can have a monthly or a quarterly conversation with their clients of saying, hey, this is a liability that you're incurring. And if you're looking to raise money or if you're looking to do an exit, this is something that is going to come bite you one way or the other. So I think that's the intention behind Kintsugi.
So it allows the advisor to be very proactive in the process with the client.
Exactly. And I think like instead of like other offerings where you have to pay thousands of dollars and spend 3 months getting onboarded before you get a PDF report which says in that snapshot of time what your exposure looks like, now we are giving all these different firms basically another muscle to flex that they can turn into a revenue generating stream in of itself, and giving another reason for the partner to pick up the phone and provide value to their clients.
So I love this kind of risk-free approach for the cash practice. So you're talking, you know, I'm a firm, I want to go ahead and test this. Walk me through exactly what I would need to do.
Yeah, so we have an exclusive partnership with CPA.com, right? They can get started and join our partnership experience portal. Typically takes less than a minute to do that. As soon as that happens, they can connect their clients' ERP or billing solutions, whatever they're using, to Kintsugi, and within those 3 minutes, see the exposure. And this is where like our agentic agents and AI agents help classify all the products, extract out and clean up all the addresses, and basically from the messy data that sometimes lives in the ERP and the billing solutions, tell you what does your exposure look like. And from there on out, these partners can have conversations with their clients, and with the click of a button, they can get registered in any jurisdiction in those 106 countries. Then fast forward, any invoice or any subscription that's created, you're no longer going to be losing that 6% that comes out of your profit margin otherwise, because you're passing that 6% to the person who's paying that invoice. So it's not coming out of your like balance sheet. And then every month, by clicking another button or pressing the autofile button, you can put the entire sales tax process on autofile.
And is getting started really that easy? Does it require support from your team, onboarding team, or is it something that a firm can do completely independent?
I think a firm can do this completely independently. We have over 4,300 clients that sign up without getting a demo or getting in front of our sales team. But that being said, we do have an exceptional team of onboarding folks because we want to have the CAS firms and CPA firms be the experts. We do not want to own the relationships with their clients, and we want them to be in the loop. Because let's say a CAS firm comes in and they're like, hey, salt inherently has been a very hard thing to tackle. I want to be that source that is that has the expertise where I can educate the client and potentially roll this into my billable hours and manage the Kintsugi software on behalf of my clients. And we are like, cool beans. We are going to give you a white glove onboarding experience. We're going to walk you through what the exposure report means. We'll educate you everything so that you can have that conversation with your end client and actually be that expert.
Well, Pujun, thank you for spending a few minutes with me here today. We're really excited about this relationship. You'll be hearing more about it from CPA.com shortly. And again, thank you for spending a couple of minutes here today.
Of course, it's a pleasure.